Hey everyone, that was a lick over a G chord. It's a lick I recorded as a little video maybe a month or so, maybe a month or two ago. Just one of my little short videos, and I had a couple of requests to do a tutorial on it, so yeah, just thought I'd go through it and show you how the lick works and how to play it. So as I say, it's over a G chord, and it's kind of a G7 kind of chord. Although you can use this, I think this lick works over a 1 chord in a major key in many cases, not in every case, but you can use it over a 1 chord, even though it is a dominant kind of vibe. There's a couple of ways of picking it. You can either use all plectrum, in which case it sounds like this, or you can use your fingers as well. You can use pick and fingers. When you use pick and fingers, you don't get so much volume out your instrument, so it depends on your kind of, your technique and the kind of instrument you play on. If you're a gypsy jazz style player, then you might be used to getting a bit more volume out of your instrument, in which case you might go for the pick option. Whereas if you're a quieter player, or if you're playing electric guitar, you might prefer to use pick and fingers. It's definitely easier to play it faster with pick and fingers, but like I say, you lose, you don't get the same amount of pop out of the notes. But anyway, so I'll go through and I'll play it slow a few times, and then I'll just gradually break it down. So we're starting here on the B string. This is the 3rd fret on the B string. So it starts with that phrase, which is B string, 3rd fret, B string, 5th fret, and top string, 3rd fret. Which I think of these all lines that I play generally, I think in terms of the notes and how they relate to the chord I'm on. So to me that's a 5, a 6 and a 1. That's how I think about that. But you may think about music differently. You may want to think that as D, E, G, or the frets, however suits you. Okay, and then it goes, you slide up to this this note here, which is a B flat. Now it's technically a minor 3rd, but I think of it more of as a sharp 9 really, because we're on a G7 and you're kind of bending it upwards towards the major 3rd, which is the B, although you don't get all the way there. You just give it a tweak, and for me that's I always think of that more as a sharp 9 than a minor 3rd. Okay, and then after I slide up with my first finger, and then after I've played that, you begin this descending pattern using open strings. And the pattern is basically, essentially, you're playing a note on a string, in this case the B string on the 8th fret, which is the 1, the G, and then you're playing the open string below it. When I say below, I mean closer to the floor. So in this case it's an E. And then the same thing on the G and B string, except this time you're on the 7th fret. And then the same thing again on the D and G string, except 8th fret. Okay, so, and if you think about it, it's kind of it's a pentatonic scale. It starts off, that's a pentatonic, major pentatonic, but then it's got a minor 3rd here. So, kind of call it what you want really, but it's G major or G dominant. And then on the A and the D string, I play 2 notes on the A string. 8th fret, This is the 7th of the chord, this is the 6th of the chord, or 13th. And then I play an open D. So you're essentially going like that, except you're using the open D. And this allows you to get that ringing sound. Rather than just going. Okay. Okay, and then we finish the lick by just sliding up to the major third on the A string. First fret, second fret, and then end on the root G on the E string. Now I slide those. But you could pick it twice, I suppose. Yeah, I think sliding probably works better. And the key to making this lick work is getting all the notes kind of ringing over each other. That's what gives it that kind of, I guess, kind of country type vibe. So when you're playing it, you want to be getting your hand out of the way and trying not to mute the strings that are ringing. And being careful when you play the notes that you're not kind of hitting the already ringing strings. So I wouldn't, if you're a gypsy picker, I wouldn't use gypsy picking for this. I would go to like a regular kind of plucking type technique. Sometimes I find it easier using the point of my pick rather than the rounded bit as well. You get that kind of really, sharp kind of sound, which sounds good for a lick like this, I think. And that's basically it, really. But let us know if you have any questions, and I'll do my best to answer. And yeah, have fun with it. Cheers.